Good evening to all pro wrestling fans of all shapes and sizes from all around the world. Welcome to another Pro Wrestling Talk video brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. I'm your host, Blitzball Champ Jason Ingram. So, for this video, I'm going to be previewing TNA Wrestling's first big event of 2025 with TNA Genesis. That's right. Another pay-per-view, PLE, whatever you want to call it. Inbound. So, going to preview the matchups. Let's go ahead and get started. TNA Genesis 2025 will take place on Sunday, January 19th. This will be at the Curtis Colwell Center in Dallas, Texas. And we got a decent handful of matches for this card. A couple of title matches as well. So far, there's only one pre-show match listed. I don't know if there's going to be any more. There hadn't been any announcements of any more. But they got one. So far, just one. But let's go ahead and get started with the preview. Alright, first up. Alrighty. We have ourselves a singles match between Frankie Kazarian and Leon Slater. Now, if I remember correctly, these two have faced each other before. And if I remember correctly, Frankie Kazarian won the last time. So, I'm going to go on a limb and say Leon Slater wins the run back, gets his revenge, and picks up the victory over Frankie Kazarian. But should be a good match. Should be a really good match. Alright, let's keep it going with the next match to get going with the main card. How about some tag team action? Here we go. Alrighty. We have the System, which is Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers, taking on the team of Eric Young and Steve Maclin. Of course, Alyssa Edwards will be in the corner of the System. I assume she's going to interfere. But you know what? I'm going to say, I'm going to say Eric Young and Steve Maclin pick up the victory. But I do expect Alyssa Edwards to interfere, or at least try to interfere. But I'm going to say Eric Young and Steve Maclin win. Alrighty. Let's go to our next match. Let's go ahead and look at one of our first championship matches. Here we go. Alrighty. We got the TNA Knockouts World Tag Team Championships on the line. As the champions, Spitfire, which are Jody Threat and Dani Luna, they'll be defending against the team of Ash and Heather by Elegance. Part of me can kind of see this being maybe one of the titles that changes hands. I mean, Spitfire, they're in their second title run. And who knows, maybe this is finally the time that Ash and Heather, especially Ash, finally gets to taste TNA gold. We shall see. But I'm going to go on a limb and say Ash and Heather by Elegance dethrone the tag champs and become the new Knockout Tag Team Champs. I mean, I'll be rooting for Spitfire, but I just have that feeling this will be one of the title matches where the title changes hands. But we shall see. Alrighty. Let's go to our next match. Here, let's do another title match. Here we go. Alright, we have the X Division Championship on the line. As the champion, Moose, who will be debuting a new championship belt. And will defend it against Ace Austin. As much as I'll be rooting for Ace Austin, something tells me Moose is going to debut the new belt and he's going to retain. So I'm thinking Moose is going to win, but I'll be rooting for Ace Austin. But we'll see how that goes. All right, let's go to our next match, which this ought to be really interesting. Check it out. All right, what was originally just a regular singles match has now been turned into a I Quit match. As we have the walking weapon Josh Alexander versus Mike Santana. Now, supposedly, Josh Alexander is on the way to becoming a free agent. So I am thinking Mike Santana ends up winning this match. I mean, I don't know how much longer Josh Alexander has, but I'm going to say Mike Santana picks up the win. I'll be shocked if Josh Alexander wins. I won't be mad, but I don't know. I just have that feeling with him supposedly leaving TNA soon. I'm thinking this might be the exit out or part of the exit out, but we'll see. But I'm picking Mike Santana to win. All right. Let's go into our next championship match. This one ought to be really fun. But here we go. Alrighty, we have the TNA World Tag Team Championships on the line. As the champs, the Hardys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, will defend against the Rascalz, Trey, Miguel, Zachary, Wentz. Tough match. I like both teams. I think both teams are awesome. But I don't know. Do the Rascalz dethrone the Hardys? I don't know. But it should be a really good match. I'm going to take a gamble and say the Hardys retain, but I would not be mad if the Rascalz ended up winning the tag titles. Like I said, I like both teams. So, should be a great match, though. Should be a really great match. All right, let's go to our next match. Here, let's do another title match. Here we go. Alrighty, we have the TNA Knockouts World Championship on the line in a Clockwork Orange House of Fun match, which I assume is going to be something similar to a no DQ hardcore type of match. But the champ, Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich, will defend against the Demon Assassin, Rosemary. It'll be very interesting to see how unique this match is, especially with the match type, the match name. But I don't see Masha, who recently was on NXT in the crowd, and kind of, you know, there was a segment where she met up with Shawn Michaels, so thought that was pretty neat. But I really don't see Masha losing the title anytime soon, so I'm going to say Masha retains against Rosemary. But, should be a good match. I like Rosemary. Should be a really good match. I've met Masha before. Met her twice. So, Masha's really cool. And like I said, last year she had an incredible 2024. Was able to end the year winning the title. So, I think the sky's the limit for her in 2025. But yeah, should be good. Should be really good. All right, let's go to this next match, which I'm sure not a lot of people are thrilled about, but it's on the card. We're going to go through it. We got ourselves a singles match between Jordynne Grace and the not too long ago returning Tessa Blanchard. Like I said, I already know a lot of folks are pissed at the idea that Tessa got signed back to TNA Wrestling. And to be honest with this match, which I believe this is Tessa's first official match back, and honestly, I don't see her losing. So, I'm going to have to say Tessa Blanchard beats Jordynne Grace. I just don't see her losing her first match back. But, I mean, who knows? Maybe this could go to a DQ. I don't know. But I just got a feeling that Tessa's going to win. So, we'll see what happens. And then, the main event. The main event of TNA Genesis 2025. It is for the TNA World Championship, as the champion, the wanted man, Nick Nemeth, defends against Joe Hendry. Once again, Joe Hendry gets another shot at the TNA World Championship. And to be honest, if he doesn't win it this time, I'm not so sure they're ever going to put the title on him. But I'm gonna go on a limb and say he finally does it. But honestly, if he doesn't win, then honestly, I don't see them putting the title on him, because that's a lot of opportunities. So, but yeah, I'm gonna say Joe Hendry wins. Perhaps JBL may show up. I don't know. But he tends to show up for title matches with Nick Nemeth. So, same could happen. But I'm going to go on a limb and say Joe Hendry finally wins the title. But if not, then he's probably not going to get another opportunity. So, but yeah, that is the card for TNA Genesis 2023. Also, big breaking news when it comes to TNA wrestling and also WWE. That's right. Announced earlier this morning, WWE and TNA Wrestling have announced a multi-year partnership. And it spotlights NXT superstars and TNA wrestling stars to appear across weekly WWE and TNA programming, WWE premium live events, and TNA pay-per-views. So, cross multi-year partnership with a spotlight on TNA stars and WWE NXT stars. Just to go over some specifics in the article, just a couple of things. It says WWE, part of TKO Group Holdings, and TNA Wrestling, one of the world's top wrestling brands, and a subsidiary of Anthem Sports and Entertainment, today announced a multi-year partnership aimed at creating unprecedented crossover opportunities within WWE and TNA programming for NXT superstars and TNA wrestling stars. The agreement will enable talent to garner additional exposure across key WWE and TNA programming, including weekly flagship shows such as NXT, which airs live on the CW, and TNA Impact, select WWE premium live events, and TNA pay-per-views, in turn bolstering their in-ring development with exposure to world-class talent and coaching. And we've already had a taste of this so far. We've had former TNA Knockouts World Champion Jordynne Grace and Joe Hendry appear on NXT in 2024. There was even an NXT Championship match between Joe Hendry and Ethan Page at No Mercy, and an NXT Women's Championship match at Battleground between Roxanne Perez and Jordynne Grace. And you've had a good number of NXT superstars that have competed on TNA. I mean, you had Wesley with the Rascalz. You had Charlie Dempsey, Riley Osborne, Dante Chen, Gallus, Ariana Grace, Tatum Paxley, Izzy Dame, Brindley Reese. I mean, Wendy Chu, she teamed with Rosemary, had a TNA Knockout Tag title shot. So yeah. Pretty much what I take from that is just they're doing what they've been doing for a while, and they've decided to extend the partnership. So it'll be interesting to see how things develop more and what more crossover we see. Now, I know there's some folks that are thinking this could be the prelude to WWE buying out TNA. I don't think so. I don't think so. Like, because my thing is, if they really wanted to go all in with this, I don't think they would have kept it exclusive crossover between TNA and NXT. I think they would include main roster as well. But right now, with this agreement, it's just TNA, NXT, which is fine. You got to remember, there's a lot of great talent on NXT, and there's a lot of great talent on TNA. So I think it's a good collab. I think it's a good partnership. I hope it works out. Hope it works out well, and there's a good balance. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But should be good. Should be really good. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have for this video. Let me know what your predictions are for TNA Genesis 2025. And let me know your thoughts on this new multi-year partnership between WWE and TNA, with the focus on TNA superstars and WWE NXT superstars crossing over, collabing, the works. Let me know your thoughts there. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell while you're at it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. For another Pro Wrestling Talk, brought to you by Blitzball Champ Gaming here on the U to the Tube. My name is Jason Ingram. Hope y'all have a blessed evening, and I will see y'all in the next video and our live stream. Laters.